Good morning. I welcome all you the Forum of Young Diplomats of the OIC. And today we are very pleased that the first meeting is with you, Rustam Nurgaliyevich. Today at the forum we have 20 countries with us, and both diplomats and those who are becoming diplomats are very much interested in our forum. We thank you very much for your support, and that on the sideline of the Kazan forum we can have an annual meeting. Today, we would like to get acquainted with you, and we are very pleased that your work starts with us in the morning. In addition, Sergei Viktorovich also passed his greetings to you, and if it's possible, we would like to show a video of Sergei Viktorovich and his welcoming speech. Dear colleagues, friends, I am very happy to have the opportunity to address the participants of the 8th Forum of the OIC countries, which in tradition is held in hospitable Tatarstan. Your event is marked by informative agenda, by a very saturated program, and a very decent list of diplomats and representatives of the scientific and expert community. In 2016, about 250 young diplomats and employees of the foreign bodies from more than 40 countries took part in this forum. This year we have to see a wide range of international problems, including cooperation between the OIC countries under the conditions of formation of a new situation in international situation, and also also cooperation in humanitarian and technological spheres. The most important part of the forum will be a ceremony of joining the International Association of Young Diplomats, which opened in the premises of MGIMO. It is the visual result of the concept of the horizontal diplomacy, which facilitates to the dialogue between young employees of the foreign offices. Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Russian Federation gives comprehensive support to the development of youth international cooperation, including the World Youth Festival, Global Forum of Young Diplomats, and of course your today's event. Dear friends, Russia is the largest Eurasian state, a state of civilization, traditionally supporting honest and mutually respected relations with Muslim countries. We are strongly united by dedication to the uniqueness of cultures of people, their natural right to preserve their borders and history, to define ways of their development by themselves. And we pursue the development of a democratic world which is based on the UN Charter and multipolar system of the world. Our interaction with the OIC is progressing in all spheres, opening new prospects for joint efforts, including those in the youth line. We are ready to continue facilitate interreligious and intercultural dialogue with OICs and protecting spiritual and moral values, struggle against Islamophobia, Christianophobia, Russian phobia, and all other kinds of phobia. I'm sure that your contribution into the strengthening of the atmosphere of trust and respect between our countries will be also made by your meeting. I wish you informative discussions, success in your beginnings, and new friends. Thank you very much. Rustam Nurgaliyevich, I would like to pass the floor to you for a welcoming speech. Once again, good morning. Dear participants of the Forum of Young Diplomats, Minister of Foreign Affairs Sergei Viktorovich Lavrov has already said that we are meeting for the 8th time, and of course the number of participants is a substantial one, and countries which are involved into this format also have serious representation. And of course, all this is due to the support of the minister himself. Konstantin Olegovich, thank you very much. You are our compatriot, and you are making a very substantial contribution into promotion of Russia into the OIC countries and Islamic world countries. And at the same time, we are the Republic, the region of Russia, where Islam is represented as a leading religion. We have an opportunity to communicate with our colleagues who are young, promising, and future big heads who are coming to us, and we are anticipating your career growth. It's not a joke. I am speaking quite seriously, because future is yours. And the fact that your active position, participation in such events, will be a good facilitation and support for your future work. And of course, contacts are very important. You will be sitting in your office trying to solve some very narrow issues, but when you gather all together and discuss important issues, moreover, the world is very complicated nowadays, and the main task is to solve all these complications by diplomats. And who are the diplomats? It's you. That's why we hope very much that Russia will be very active in the contacts with the Islamic world. The 15th summit in Gambia was very important, and Russian delegation took part in it. I was the head of this delegation, and I think it is a great achievement that, taking into consideration all these difficulties, our country, Russia, with more than 20 million of Muslims, has the opportunity to communicate, to work, to contact, and to use and to provide residents of our country all possibilities and demand, to cover all their demands. We can see that despite all difficulties, the turnover is growing, contacts are growing, but unfortunately, we have not covered all countries yet of the OIC. We need to be more active in this respect. And I think that you, young diplomats, can be our facilitators, not only in Russia, but also attract representatives of business, culture, sports to promote our country. We are sincerely grateful to you, and we can see that these forums give very positive outcomes. And of course, peace and concord is the basis of the quality of life, of stability. We are living in a very difficult times, but I think it's just temporary difficulties which we'll overcome. We will solve them, and we will find the solutions. And of course, we work with all youth directions of the OIC. I can see here Mr. Ahan and others who gave us very serious support, and also Rosatrudnichestvo is also with us. It is also a big step of our country when we represent interests and promote our country. And I would like to thank our colleagues. We can see that in our country, there is a need of new spheres and new movements. First of all, to raise the growing generation as patriots of their country. It is the task of every country. And we are actively working with Mr. Ayhan in promoting the movement of the first. It is a youth movement, and I hope that during your stay here, we have our colleague Timur Suleimanov, who will tell about it. And I think that in these spheres, we can start working together, and our contacts will be stronger and more efficient. And the most important, of course, Without you, we cannot even imagine our forum. That's why I would like to thank each of you, to thank your administration, which understand and give the possibility for you to take part in our meetings, and to wish to your stay to be interesting and productive, fruitful. Yes, the environment forms a lot of things. And here we have a kind of a workshop where you can support each other, tell each other to share coordinates or your information about you, and this will be very helpful in your future work. Once again, I would like to thank Konstantin Olegovich, your team, and to thank each of you and wish that your stay in the Republic is useful and interesting. Thank you, Zilbar. So the floor is yours. Thank you very much, Rustam Nurgalevich, for such warm welcome. I would like to give the floor to Konstantin Olegovich, who gathered all us here. So we call him Kostya, of course, but here it is a big head. He represents the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That's why we use his father's name. Coming back to traditional values, dear Rustam Nurgalevich, dear colleagues, first of all, I would like to express my great gratitude to the Republic of Tatarstan, to the government of Tatarstan, to the Ministry of Youth Affairs, to Agency of Investments, our colleagues from Youth Diplomacy, to all those who support us in the format of holding the Forum of Young Diplomats of OIC countries, which, as Sergei Viktorovich emphasized, is held for the 8th time. It testifies that Kazan has rightly become a diplomatic capital of youth diplomatic movement of OIC, and the initiatives we gave in these 8 years have already been developed, and they are working already. Here I am speaking about Kazan Diplomatic Club, Club of Friends of Tatarstan. And that last year, we held a lot of youth exchanges as a result of our contacts and our work. And our colleagues from Tatarstan visited, in particular, in a number of embassies in Moscow. And also the initiatives born here in school diplomacy is developing very actively. Rustam Nurgalevich, you spoke about the movement of the first, and within the framework of the movement of the first, there are diplomatic clubs. As we know, in Tatarstan, these clubs has been established already, dozens of them, and in the ministry we also have such initiative, and now we are trying to communicate in this respect. Today we have representatives of 20 countries of the OIC members. We understand very well the format of the Forum Kazan 2024. It is a federal big forum which everybody would like to attend, and there were a lot of ambassadors who came here. And I would like to thank my young colleagues who, despite being very hard-working, who came here to take part in our Forum of Young Diplomats. Thank you very much. I would like to attract your attention to the fact that in Russia, we implement the concept of horizontal diplomacy, which is also was born in our forums, and which states that we are establishing the informal communication platforms for diplomatic offices from all over the world. And of course, here we are speaking about friendly countries. And the biggest outcome of this work has become the establishment of International Association of Young Diplomats, which works since 2022, and just recently on the World Festival of Youth, where there was a large delegation of Republic Tatarstan as well. And as I know, lads had the opportunity to communicate with their colleagues from all over the world. We announced about launching the Secretariat of the International Association of Young Diplomats. And I call every one of you who has not joined our association yet yet to do it. We have an official ceremony which is planned for tomorrow. Once again, I would like to say that it is a great honor for us to be here in the Republic of Tatarstan. It is one of the leading regions of Russia. Rustam Nurgalevich, I would like to share my impressions which are related to Republic of Tatarstan. Just recently, in April, we had a friendly visit to China in Chengdu. We came to the construction company, which is named CC7. And as we're entering the lobby, the first photo we see, it is yours. Yes, I was there. We built ammonia together. I was very pleased, and it is the Sichuan province. Yes, it's Sichuan province. Yes, Panda also is represented there. Yes, Tatarstan is represented as the trade and economic flagship of Russian Federation, and we call everyone to develop contacts with the Republic of Tatarstan, as it is here that you can invest a lot and get some new specializations, which is especially important for young diplomats, as representatives of their countries promoting their own economic interests. Thank you very much again on behalf of our team. We are very pleased to be here. Thank you very much, Konstantin Olegovich. Thank you for the feedback. And even though the forum is held just once a year, during the whole year, we're establishing systemic contacts with the youth related to the Academy of Young Diplomats and Foreign Ministry, and we have been contacting with the foreign embassies in Moscow and trying to organize internships and exchanges so that young people have the possibility to communicate and negotiate, not going outside, but also getting better knowledge and using it in practice. Rustam Nurgalevich, dear guests, I will pass the floor to our participants. And we have a joke that we cannot start the forum without our Kazan diplomat in the Foreign Ministry, and I would like to give the floor to Yaroslav Kazansky so that we can start getting acquainted with the diplomats.
Dear friends, dear Rustam Nurgalevich, I represent the Council of the Youth Young Diplomats. I'm asking, who should pay for your being from Kazan? Well, I haven't made up my mind. I met the secretary of the department on the new challenges and issues in Russia, and I'm really glad to be here in this beautiful city. And I hope that those who have been here for the first time will fall in love from the first sight, and it will be mutual. Thank you. Well, and you are not from Kazan. We will register you here. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Rabina Marie. I am an attaché of the Department of Diplomats in Northern America, and I would like to wish you a successful and fruitful forum. Thank you. Good morning, dear colleagues. My name is Mazar Radian. I am the third secretary of the Department of the Multifaceted Cooperation and Cultural Affairs in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I wish you all fruitful work and great mood. My name is Zhukova Sofia. I represent the first Department of CIN countries, and I wish you all active and fruitful work. Good morning, everyone. My name is Anastasia Kolesnikov, the first secretary of the Department of HR at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Thank you for this opportunity to participate in this Global Forum 2024. And what's the difference between the first secretary and the third secretary? These are the diplomatic ranks, starting from the first one, from attaché, then first secretary, third secretary, and only then you grow to the ambassador or higher. And we have a joke. The senior rank is an attaché. then third secretary, second secretary, and first secretary. And when people meet and they hear that they meet with an attaché, well, so it sounds really great. And if you say that you're the third secretary, well, so no one understands what it stands for. And I thought that attaché stands for military issues. Well, so here we speak about military attachés. It is just my interest.
And good morning, everyone. This is Niyaz Murshid. I am a counselor from Embassy of Bangladesh in Moscow. This is my first time I am joining the Kazan Forum, Young Diplomat Forum, and I am feeling that I am lucky to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Sorry. Good morning, Your Excellency, fellow young diplomats. My name is Georgina Nakaombe. I'm from the Republic of Uganda, east of Africa. I'm a first secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I'm glad to be here. It's my first time in Kazan. It's a beautiful city. With Uganda, there's a lot of cooperation we can do together with the Tatarstan Republic, education, sphere, research, ICT, culture exchanges. So I'm looking forward to gaining more experiences within the group. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reis. Dear delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it's my utmost honor and pleasure to greet you. My full name is Tural Rahimzadeh, and I'm from Azerbaijan, the Academy of Public Administration under the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan. And also, I am the member of the ICYF ERC. I express my gratitude, Mr. President, such a great evening, and I consider this forum will be extremely fruitful for our young diplomats, and thank you again. Thank you for your
Если
attention.
можно, я добавлю. У нас
As for the cooperation with Azerbaijan, we implement the youth projects, and this year we had an intergovernmental meeting with the Republic of Tatarstan and Azerbaijan, and we agreed with the youth ministry to organize exchange programs, and the Forum of Young Diplomats got a special interest, and I am really glad that Ural came here, and we hope that our contacts on the level of countries and the Republic of Tatarstan with Azerbaijan will be presented in the face of Ural. Thank you very much. Good morning, dear Rustam Nurgalevich. Good morning, dear colleagues. My name is Niyaz Murshid. I am the first secretary to the Embassy of the Republic of Azerbaijan on the humanitarian issues. And thank you very much for your hospitality and for welcoming. I've been here for the first time, and it feels like a native, close city, as we have close relations and friendly relations with with the Republic of Tatarstan. And I am sure that the forum, according to traditions, will be as successful as all the previous forums, and all the participants will find new friends and exchange opinions on important issues. Thank you very much. Good morning. I am a council, the attaché of the Arabian Republic in Moscow. I'm very glad to be here in Tatarstan for the first time. And I hope that we will discuss the issues of the place of Warsaw. I am from the city of Damascus, and thank you very much.
Good morning, colleagues. My name is Ashraf Abdelhamid. I'm the first secretary of the Embassy of Egypt in Moscow. First of all, it's a great pleasure and honor to be here in Kazan for the third time on my personal level. I had the opportunity to participate before in the OIC Young Diplomats Forum and the Global Young Diplomats Forum. So I believe it's very important platform for enhancing communication between young diplomats for the future cooperation between our countries. And I would like to express appreciation to Your Excellency for the warm welcoming and hospitality and the interest shown to this important event. Thank you very much.
Ассаламу алейкум, уважаемый Раис.
Good morning, dear head, and I represent the Embassy of the Republic of Uzbekistan in the Russian Federation. My name is Bigzot Asamov. I am the first secretary of the embassy. First of all, I'd like to note that for me it is a great honor to participate and to present my country at this forum and participate in the 8th Forum of Young Diplomats here in this beautiful city of Kazan. Today, the relations between Uzbekistan and Tatarstan in the frames of the strategic partnership undergo great growth, and we see the dynamics of interaction in all the spheres of industry, social and cultural spheres. Uzbekistan and Tatarstan closely cooperate in the frames of regional cooperation. In this context, Tatarstan takes a special place, and I would like to say, dear Rustam Nurgalevich, that this regional cooperation is due to your efforts, and not long ago, within 2 months, you visited 3 our regions, Surkhandarin, Burkhansk, and Novorinsky region, and I'd like to underline that it gives the pace that corresponds to the cooperation between Uzbekistan and Tatarstan. Thank you for the organization of this event, and I sincerely wish you good health, success in your work, and success to Tatarstan. Thank you, Tarhan Ayhan. Mr. Tarhan, could you greet, please? Good morning. Good morning, dear President. I am grateful for your invitation to participate in this beautiful event for diplomats communication, and I also give greetings from the Mr. Ambassador personally to you and to the all participants of this event. And of course, we have special relations, and I'd like to underline one more time that there are several participants who are at present are here at Kazan Forum, and I wish you all success and well-being. Personally to you, Mr. President, thank you for your attention.
Most pleasure to be here among very august house, and as ICYF, we are always at the disposal of our countries and our communities, and we will. I can say that we will continue to work for the betterment of the youth of the Muslim Ummah. And if you allow me, I want to use this chance to mention several incidents that has been taking place in the last couple of months, and without any comment, I will end my speech. Unfortunately, we are living in a very desperate times. We are experiencing and witnessing to the most violent phase of the humanity, and unfortunately, the so-called international system that has been founded after the Second World War, based on the values, especially the value that all humans are equal, now breaking into pieces, and we are witnessing to these processes. Even we have witnessed that a group of lawmakers didn't hesitate to send a letter to the head of International Court, threat letter, for avoiding him to make any judgment over Gaza. And then we have witnessed that many aid convoys, many medical teams, many people who are working for just helping to the people in need in Gaza has been hit. And even an internationally recognized aid organization who are just there to distributing the foods has been hit by the occupation power and walk away without any responsibility. And then we have also witnessed that an ambassador of the occupation power has torn the UN Charter into pieces in the United Nations General Assembly without any responsibility again. And we are witnessing the call for genocide or whitewashing of the genocide by the so-called decision makers, and this became an ordinary thing. And even we have witnessed that by a newly adopted act by the Congress, it has been deemed illegal to mention that Jesus Christ has been crucified because it has been accepted as anti-Semitic. And again, we are witnessing that the state power is now used in the top universities with violating the rights of the students and academics who are just showing their solidarity with the people of Gaza. And these are just a few of many illegitimate action which are destroying the international world order. And as the young diplomats, as the young people, as the people who are sharing this earth, I don't know what we can do, but at least we should be aware that what's going on in Gaza, because it's threatening the whole humanity. And again, I know that these countries have solid stance in favor of the humanity. And thank you very much for giving me the floor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Now I would like to come back to young diplomats from Guinea. Please, the floor is yours.
Assalamu alaikum. Dobry utro.
Good morning.
As Secretary in charge of political affairs of the Embassy of Republic of Guinea in the Russian Federation. First of all, allow me to send greetings from the Republic of Guinea to His Excellency, Mr. Rustam Minikhanov, Race Head of the Republic of Tatarstan. Our presence at this forum in the young diplomats from the countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation is part of the representativeness and bridging the historical tie of friendship and cooperation between Republic of Guinea and the state members of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Thank you for invitation. Thank you very much for your attention. Спасибо вам большое.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. Доброе утро. My name is...
No, good morning.
I am the assistant of the Chadian Minister of Foreign Affairs Chief of Staff. And I am also the co-founder of the first Russian cultural center called Ruski Dom. And this year I've been chosen by GIMO as the ambassador of Russian higher education and science in Chad. I would like to thank all my colleagues here and especially the race of the Republic of Tatarstan and the organizer of this event, such a great and special events which will allow us to get to know each other as diplomats and get to get tire links and cooperation. I hope this event will be an occasion for us to create such links in all the sections, be it in economical, political, social, and cultural. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Peace upon you. I'm here. I'm glad to welcome you and greet you and thank you for the cooperations and efforts that have been made for this organization and meeting on the development and cooperation between young diplomats. Thank you very much for your attention.
My name is Drame Kassoum. I represent the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is a West African country. It's an occasion to salute the excellent relation between the Republic of Tatarstan and Burkina Faso. I can assure of the willingness of the government of Burkina Faso to work to strengthen cooperation between two states. Thank you for this invitation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Сейчас я хочу перейти к...
Now I'd like to give the floor to our beautiful ladies, and before Ms. Mustashab will take the floor, I will thank the representatives of the embassies who invited the representatives into their countries. Ms. Mustashab, the floor is yours.
Good morning, Dobre Utra. My name is Nur Alexandra Mustajab. I'm the third secretary of the Social, Cultural, and Education Affairs in the Indonesian Republic, in the Embassy of Indonesia in Moscow. I'm representing Indonesia. So thank you very much for this invitation to this meeting. I'm really hope to have a good discussion about the communication and also and everything in the young diplomats in this forum. And also we have kind of like the Indonesian Art and Cultural Scholarship. So I hope that can be used to promote more about the relations between the Indonesian and also specifically Tatarstan. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. Please.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sarah Yasmin Nadir from Algeria, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad of Algeria. First of all, I want to express my gratitude and warmly thank His Excellency the Rais of the Republic of Tatarstan for this event and for the perfect organization and hospitality, and as well I want to thank the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Russia. As a head of office of bilateral relation in the ministry between Algeria and Russia, I can just remind that Algeria and Russia had historical and very deep and strategic relations. since our independence, and remind that Russia was one of the first countries to recognize the establishment of our country, the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. So it's known for all the, I think, that we have a very, very deep relations. And I hope that we will work forward for promoting more and more our deep and special relation with Russia and all the Russian Republic, including Tatarstan, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Спасибо.
Уважаемый Рустам Нургалиевич,
Good morning, dear Rustam Nurgaliyevich, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aygul Kirillova. I'm attaché of Department of Turkmenistan. I would like to express my gratitude to you and your colleagues for wonderful organization of the events. For us, young diplomats, it's a remarkable opportunity to gain experience from successful state leaders as you are and colleagues from other cultures, which make their contribution into the development of current and future generations. Speaking about bilateral cooperation, Turkmenistan gives special attention to development of relations with the Russian Federation and its entities, in particular with Tatarstan. The unity of historical and cultural heritage of two brotherly people is the basis strengthening bilateral relations. Lately, our cooperation has improved a lot in political and diplomatic, social, cultural, and economic respects. And this is confirmed by the fact that there are visits of heads of two brotherly people holding various events of cultural character in sports and, of course, implementation of joint programs. We hope that our interaction will continue developing in positive and fruitful dynamics. Thank you very much for your attention. And before I give the floor to the next presenter, I would like to say that we introduce international institutes in the format of the forum, and we are very pleased that we have a very informative agenda, and we have Vladimir Valerievich, who represents an informational center, and I would like to pass the floor to you. Thank you very much, dear Rustam Nurgaliyevich. I am happy to come again to hospitable Tatarstan by the invitation of wonderful compatriots, Dilbar and Konstantin, who are implementing values of the UN Charter in full. For us, Kazan and Tatarstan are an important supporting point in promotion of programs and aims of the UN Charter, the Sustainable Development Games. Tatarstan is a champion in SUG implementation, and we have very warm reminiscences of your visit to the headquarters of the UN, your meeting with our Secretary General, Antonio Guterres. It was a landmark event, and we hope that to repeat it. In my turn, I would like to emphasize that forum we're taking part in it is a landmark event and informational center, and the team of our body who are working in Russia are partners, and we count on the very close cooperation as the youth policy and increasing the role of young people in international matters is a priority in UN. The same as the agenda related to the dialogue of civilizations, alliance of civilization, and promotion of collective beginnings in the world policy, and support of peace, which is based on values and ideals of the UN Charter. I would like to confirm our intention on behalf of the UN organizations for the close interaction and cooperation with Tatarstan. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The floor is given to Anastasia who is a representative of MGIMO, and we also have a vice rector of MGIMO, and Anastasia and Diplomatic Academy are here in the room. But I would like to give the floor first to Anastasia as our systemic partner. Good afternoon, dear Rustam Nurgalevich. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. I represent University MGIMO. It is a great honor for me to be present at the forum, and I'm very pleased that such events are being organized, as I'm involved in youth and students exchanges. We have been long cooperating with Tatarstan and its universities, and in particular with the Academy of Youth Diplomacy. We have very many projects already implemented. Currently, in MGIMO, we are involved in issues of cooperation of Russia with Arabic countries, taking into consideration large experience gained by experience of Tatarstan in its work with OIC. We also asked our colleagues for support, and now we're implementing new projects in Kazan. It is a set of educational lectures, Global Talk, which is given by our specialists from MGIMO, and which makes it possible for the youth of Tatarstan to listen to some burning issues which interest us. That's why I express my great gratitude to Tatarstan, to Academy of Youth Diplomacy, for having invited us, and I wish you great success and achievements at the forum. Thank you. Thank you very much. And the project Anastasia is talking about is implemented by us in Tatarstan, and many issues of international relations are very interesting, and we would like to be informed in it and to get adapted to new changes. And just on the eve of our forum, we interviewed residents of our republic who are the diplomats. So let's see their answers. In May, Kazan will host
внешнеполитических ведомств. А сегодня мы решили спросить у жителей и гостей Казани, что они знают о международных отношениях и дипломатии. Скажите, пожалуйста, что такое дипломатия?
Дипломатия – это деятельность государства, которая направлена на установление международных связей.
Взаимоотношения между различными политиками, представителями государств.
Это так сказать, это самое. Договоренности между странами или беседы, собеседование, будем так, если грубо перевести на наш простой язык.
Дипломатия – отношения между субъектами.
It is the work aimed at the relations between different entities, people from different countries who communicate warmly for political purposes. Oh, great. It's a very cool definition. Who is a diplomat? What qualities should it have? To be tactic, first of all, intelligent, knowledge of languages, and loyalty to his government, ability to resolve conflict situations, can be very educated, very emotionally stable. A diplomat must be cool-blooded and tactful. To be a diplomat is to know how to communicate with each other. A person who is looking only at the present situation. He's a very objective person. Maybe you know some famous Russian diplomats. Lavrov, of course. Great. Vitaly Churkin. The late Andrei Karlov. Also the late Lavrov. Mishustin. From the history, I know that one of the most famous is Griboyedov. Modern Lavrov. Maybe you know who is the chief diplomat of Tatarstan. Yes, Minikhanov. It seems to me that it is Rais of our republic. Could you say a few words in Tatar, please? Yeah. Good morning, dear guests. Welcome to Kazan. Welcome to Tatarstan. Thank you very much. It is very important to say that the quality which is very characteristic of diplomat, we would like to develop it in public diplomacy. And of course, in the lobbies, we also say that you are the greatest example of what a diplomat should be, and a patriot, and ambassador. Thank you very much, Rustam Nurgaliyevich. If we may to have a family photo, please. I would like to express once again my gratitude to each of you. In fact, we are traveling a lot, and we have been to many of your countries. I've been to Uganda. Azerbaijan is my permanent place of my trips and visits. We have not visited Syria yet. Uzbekistan, maybe 4 or 5 times a year we go there. Emirates, just recently we were there. Qatar, we have very good contacts with Qatar. I haven't been to Indonesia. Well, Turkmenistan just recently. We need to communicate more. When we communicate, we find contacts, and not only trade and economic relations, but also educational programs, programs of cultural exchange, sports, which is also very attractive. That's why I would like to wish your countries prosperity. When your neighbors are good, this means that it is very good for you too. That's why I would like to wish you success and career growth, so that the period of you being a secretary goes faster and you raise other levels. Thank you very much. It is the best wish for the diplomats. And Rustam Nurgaliyevich, I would like to dream to say that at the next forum, the whole geography which was represented at our forum will be also represented in your work trips. Konstantin Olegovich. I have nothing to say except the words of gratitude. I would like to say that Kazan, besides the forum of the OIC countries, diplomats, also hosts the global forum of OIC countries, hosting more than 60 countries of the world. And Russian Federation attaches great attention to youth cooperation, and due to international cooperation, it is developing. Thank you very much. Thank you. So can we have a family photo, please, with you?